guys, welcome back to our Tuesday Tomfoolery. We're continuing on with our Painfully Honest segment, and this week we are going to interview Ronnie.
Come on, John.
Yes, so Ronnie, why don't we just get started and
right.
Tell me, who are you?
Who am I? I'm Ronnie. Work at Parkview East Campus. Formerly a volunteer of Mike's 2 years ago, and then I've been on staff for 2 years, so been at Parkview for 4 years altogether.
Awesome. All right, that was our first question, so we'll
Hello,
go into it.
It's me, your local sauce lady, and I brought you Berman's Carolina-style barbecue sauce.
Okay.
I will be not as liberal with the sauce here. They're perfect.
Dude, you're like perfect at this testing.
Interesting.
Oh, did you hear that?
Like, Sarah, you'd be perfect at like giving samples.
All right.
All
You
right.
ready?
Yeah.
This is not supposed to be too spicy. from what
Okay,
I've
this
heard.
is a T-Rex.
AKA not spicy at all.
The chicken nugget's a little cold, but that's okay.
I'm down.
It's
That
okay.
was not hot. This was great.
It wasn't hot. I'm just not a huge barbecue sauce person.
Already at lunch, so I'm not hungry.
But it was good. I kind of liked it. It was more sweet than spicy.
Yeah, my T-Rex has no head.
Mine doesn't either. That's fine.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. So what do you do at East Campus? So, we know that you work at East Campus, but what is your official job title at East Campus?
I feel like it should just say expendable. But I'm just everywhere. I'm predominantly, I do student ministries, but my full title is the pastoral intern and student ministries director.
Okay.
So I work with students from 5th grade all the way to high school. Sometimes my other role is giving announcements at the front of the church, reading scripture, doing prayer. I also have had the opportunity to do baptisms, so
Awesome.
jack of all trades.
Yeah. So if we would go, I guess you can bring that next sauce. I'll ask this question. If we would walk into East Campus, do you have like an office space, or how would we find you at East Campus if we have questions?
I do have an office. It is not in the church.
Okay.
So East Campus is, like we like to say, it's a work in progress. It is a school. It's a church. On Saturdays, it's used for ESL classes. So there's not enough space for me to be in the church. So Doug Fern and I work in the alley.
Gotcha.
But it's super colorful, so it's like there's this really great mural on the side, so you don't really feel like you're gonna get jacked. You're just like, man, this is a really nice walk to this far office.
Gotcha.
Your next sauce is Sriracha, the best hot sauce on earth by Fix.
False. No hot sauce is good.
I'm
Let's
just gonna
go.
keep using this. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna use
Anything
this.
that says hot sauce at this.
No. I did not like that at first.
I put it all on my tongue.
Wow.
I didn't even eat the chicken.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
This is number 2.
Well, well, then we're gonna have a problem. This is too, because I'm like, my mouth is alive.
I made the poor decision of just putting the sauce directly on my tongue.
And not eating the chicken. That's like the barrier. This has breading.
But I feel like I've ate hotter before.
Yeah, this is about as hot as I go. My nose is kind of like leaking now.
This will be fun for the remainder.
It's like the second
That's
one
our
and my
second
nose is
one.
leaking. Okay, let's go.
That's awesome. So how long have you been with Parkview Church, and then how long have you been at East Campus?
So, man, I want to say 4, but I wish my wife was here to correct me. It's a blur. We found Parkview Church on Google.
Really?
Yeah, I moved here in October. My wife moved here in January of that year. We were going to Veritas Church, and we were looking for a home church. We were just kind of like falling in the age of college age students when they were at the Marriott, but we needed something that was a little bit more like geared towards who we are as people and where we were growing as a family. My wife Googled church services that had 11 p.m. service, and Parkview Church came up on the Google search, and we showed up. Julie Tweet, who was on staff here, was super awesome, and we were just like, man, we're gonna be here. So yeah.
That's awesome. All right, next sauce.
We have Deadeye Medium Mango Sweet with a touch of heat.
With a touch of heat.
Interesting.
Wouldn't it be a touch of mango?
Here you go.
Oh,
This one looks like barbecue sauce.
Here you go, good sir.
it's red. Red is
Well, I
not a
feel
good
like
color.
The middle one, so like the second one we had, looks a lot hotter in terms of hotness compared to color-wise.
It looks like liquid, like ketchup if it was just really more liquidy.
Sweet with a touch of heat.
Yeah, let's see. That's actually not bad.
I don't taste any heat.
I just taste mango.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
I don't like mangoes, but I don't probably like this one.
You don't like mango?
I've never liked mango. It's more of like my sister's type of fruit.
Okay, I'm gonna eat this one.
Okay. So was that your favorite out of the three?
Yeah,
Really, I like the first one.
that was false advertisement. Let's go.
That's funny. All right. So how did you get your job with student ministries, and what brought you to student ministries out of like all the different things you could volunteer with at a church? What led you to volunteering with student ministries?
Mike DeWard. Met with him, and I just kept finding opportunities. Like, Mike, what else can I do to kind of keep going deeper with my kids? And I had a conversation with him. I'm like, what should I do? And he's like, you just need to go talk to someone. And it was just a bunch of conversations with other people. And then finally, I was leaving my job at like 5 o'clock at night, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call. I called Doug Fern and I said, hey, look, I feel like I have this calling to go to ministry. I don't know what this is. I really want to get my feet wet. I don't know if I want to go to seminary school or not, but I need an opportunity to explore what this is going to look like for my life. And he was like, you know what? You start praying. Here, gosh, wow. Mike, turn your phone on silent.
Yeah, that was me.
But yeah, I ended up calling him, and he was like, man, I want you to really just be praying about that. And I was being discipled by a guy named John McHale that was here, and it was kind of affirmed by him. And over spring break, I met with Doug Fern at Panda Express, and it started a bunch of meetings and meeting with other people on staff, and then got offered my job in June of 2018.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
you were a volunteer before going on the staff,
Yeah, I
correct?
volunteered
Okay.
for Mike under J-Life under Mike.
Okay, awesome. All right.
I have a personal favorite. Stubbs Spicy Legendary Barbecue Sauce.
Are you advertising for them right now?
If by some stroke of luck a Stubbs representative is watching this video, hit me up. I will endorse your sauce.
For $2 million up front.
That's funny. All
Down
right.
to payment. of
Was
$2
this a barbecue sauce?
Yes.
All right.
It's delicious.
Let's see.
But it says spicy on the
I'm
label.
apprehensive of this one. Like, you go first. Let's.
Ooh, this one is good.
All right. Maybe you're like lying.
I don't
Right.
think it's spicy.
Studs. Pick
So-
up at your local Hy-Vee.
What is it? Stubbs?
Stubbs. Underneath their cap it says nobody makes barbecue sauce like Stubbs do.
That's really good barbecue
I
sauce.
do like that one. I enjoyed it.
So if someone from Stubbs is watching, Student Ministries might sponsor you because it's really good.
The
Wait,
goal
we'll
is to
sponsor
get
them?
sponsored
We'll sponsor
by
them.
Stubbs.
Yep, that's what I
Yes,
meant.
she said what she said. We will sponsor you at our barbecue,
We'll have your barbecue sauce out on our next barbecue.
and we'll sell it.
No?
Maybe.
All right. So what is do you have like a maybe favorite memory from volunteering with student ministries that kind of led you to maybe pursue a career in this or have that be your full-time job? Or you said like God kind of spoke to you, you kind of felt like that was your path that you wanted to go down. Was there a certain moment where you're like, yep, this is what God's calling me to do?
It's when I got into children's ministry.
Awesome.
Actually, and I was like, I don't ever want to do this again. Everyone was like super small, and like Nate McGlunf was like, it's gonna be fun, and like all these little kids were running around me, and I was like, I feel like Shrek. I don't want to do this. This is not something I want to do. I ended up meeting with Julie, and I'm like, hey, I want to try this out. And it was super awesome. I was meeting, Dean was like the leader of the 7th grade boys at that time, and I just remember seeing like how engaged they were for such younger people, and that was something that inspired me to want to do it. And what solidified that for me was the fall retreat with my 7th grade dudes, and just being able to like just open up about my walk and just some of the things that they were doing, and just being super inspired, just how the Lord was using them. And I was just like, man, this is where I'm supposed to be at. So that's kind of what solidified at the fall retreat.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. All right. Next sauce.
Next, we have Cholula hot sauce. Here,
That's actually
let
my
me
favorite one.
Shake it up a
Really?
little bit.
Yeah, I actually love this one. We use this for breakfast at my house.
Really?
Yeah. Ew, Sarah.
So you
what?
don't think it's hot? Because you said
No,
you don't
this
do
one
hot
is,
stuff.
but that's not hot. This is more for flavor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can just
Sorry.
like
Kosher?
you can just put it on the nugget. Just go for it.
Really? This one's your
More?
favorite?
No, I'm good. Yeah, this is my favorite
You have
one.
less than I do.
Actually,
You
at
don't
the
have to eat all of this.
I do know someone at Parkview who carries hot sauce.
Like on them?
Josh?
Yeah, Don Kaiser
Really?
at the Valentine's Day dinner had hot sauce.
All right, you go first with
Don,
this
that was you, wasn't it? Yes, Don has hot sauce. He carries it.
Interesting.
You go first. Still good?
It's good.
It's not bad.
No.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'd have it in my cupboard, but I think it's not bad.
Well, I don't want to come to breakfast at your house, so.
That's good because I normally don't eat breakfast. Fun fact about me:
Don't eat breakfast. What do you do?
sleep. Or I have a cup of coffee. That's usually my breakfast. If I'm
And
being
that doesn't
honest.
hurt your stomach?
I don't normally start getting hungry till like 11ish.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm not getting interviewed. You're getting interviewed. All right. So, how did you get to come to know Jesus, or what sparked you to follow Jesus and walk with him for the rest of your life?
Probably when I was 22, I made a commitment to follow the Lord on my own. I grew up going to church, like my family. That was just I feel like it was more of a Sunday religious activity versus like being vested in it. So when I was 22, just kind of going through some own personal things, just struggling with like anxiety and depression and things like that. And it was just like at this point, like this full surrender. I'm like, Lord, if you're real, you're gonna have to show me, and not like looking for like a sign or some type of miracle, but just like if I'm gonna stay committed, then like I need to see you working in my life. And it was a gradual change as I continued to surrender and allow him to be Lord over my life, and not being so concerned about the unknown. That's where I just came to like, he is real, and he does have a plan for my life, even though I can't see it. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
We have Valentina salsa picante Mexican hot sauce, extra hot.
It's my son's
This
favorite.
one's a little
This is your son's favorite?
spicy.
We keep this one at home too. My kids eat that.
I think this is a good one.
Is it? Oh, man. I'm really nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
What's so weird?
Lindsay,
not like-
Lindsay might struggle a little bit.
We've got like the 5 less hot, so now we're going into the more hot, so I'm nervous.
Lindsay, you guys eat a lot of Mexican food. for,
Not
like,
by my choice, I will say that.
That's
I go because
Your bo-
everyone else goes.
By my choice.
your boss is a big
If
Hispanic
I
food fan.
had to choose, we would not go to Mexican.
That's what I was like. Wait, you guys eat a lot of spice.
And if you like come to our staff meetings, I don't eat the salsa because I don't like spicy foods. That one's a little hot. Oh, this one's the worst.
It's like vinegar.
It's
Wow.
very vinegary.
Yeah, it's like vinegar. You're like, oh, this is gross, and then it starts like heating up in your mouth. Like,
It tastes like what my mom made me eat when like I had a naughty mouth growing up, like that was punishment. If I said something that was inappropriate, I had to get hot sauce in my
maybe that's
mouth,
why
and
you're not
that's what
down
it
with.
tastes
Yeah,
like.
I'm over that.
Gosh, I did not appreciate that one.
Wow,
Oh,
my nose is leaking again.
that's funny. All right, so you said you kind of came to Parkview. Where were you at prior coming to Parkview? Aside from Veritas, did you grow up around the Iowa City area with Veritas and Parkview around this area? Did you grow up someplace else? And you said you kind of went to church too growing up as well, but kind of maybe talk about church and growing up and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So no, I am not from Iowa City. I'm from Schaumburg, Illinois.
Okay.
And growing up in church, so my mom stopped going for a while. My mom does have a twin sister. And I used to hang out with my cousins a lot. It's like the running joke is that was like my second mom. Like if I got on punishment at home, I was running to my aunt's house to like, haha, found the loophole. You can't tell me no there. So my aunt's one rule was like you need to be up by like 9 a.m. ready to walk out the door to go to church. And it was something that I was just more so doing. Like it was interesting learning about the Lord, but I think I still thought it was a bunch of like, you need to do these things in order to be loved, not, like the Lord came and died for me, and I am loved because I'm loved. But that interest kept continuing to grow. So I was going to a church called Mount Sinai Baptist Church. As I became like a younger adult, like my early 20s, I started going by myself and became a member. And I needed to find something a little bit closer to home. I was kind of commuting from the suburbs to the city and found this church in Carroll Stream, Illinois, that's called Wheaton Christian Center. And they were like a multi-site church, kind of like us. And I found this young adults group that helped me to really put some roots to that faith and be held accountable. So that's the church that my wife and I actually came from before coming to Parkview.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
We have Berman's hot sauce original. Turn up the heat.
My mouth is like still burning.
Yeah,
from
so is
the
mine,
last
but
one.
I'm trying to make you be the first one to drink something. before I
Yeah.
drink
Try not to
something.
drink any milk or water. See
Lindsay.
who can
But I'm
last the
gonna.
longest.
I think I might start like breaking out in a sweat if it gets hotter.
I'm legit like gonna be very prideful in this moment and not drink anything now because you said that. So.
I guess I'm gonna eat the tail. Oh yeah. The last one was worse than this one.
This one's like salty.
This one wasn't hot, I don't think anyway.
Yeah.
That one was pretty.
Yeah, no one cares
That's
about
the
that
one I would maybe eat on like eggs if I had
Throw
to
that
like.
out.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So you said you and your wife kind of met, or not maybe met. You guys started going to church together in Illinois. How did you meet your wife? And did you meet her through church? Did you meet her elsewhere? Did you guys come to Christ together? Or how did you and your wife kind of start going to church together?
We met through a mutual friend. There was a friend that she knew growing up, that she had known of growing up, and then she had ended up moving to where the town I lived in. And I met Connie when I was about 19 years old. She was moving to her first apartment, and they were like, "Oh, can you help?" And I'm like, selfishly, I'm like, I just really want to drive a U-Haul. It's the weirdest thing in the world, but like at 19, my passion at 19 was to drive a U-Haul. So I was
Really?
like, I'm going to help this pretty girl move because I want to drive a U-Haul. And it started off by me stealing a book from her.
Okay.
Yeah, I stole a book from her. It was kind of stolen, kind of borrowed, because then she started laughing, like, why would you steal that? And I'm just like...
Did you steal on purpose for her to like maybe reach out to you?
Um,
Or what did you just...
At first, like, we were just kind of really cool friends, and then,
Okay.
like, it was something to, like, laugh about, and I'm like, hey, I took this book, and you never noticed, and she was just like, you are a psychopath, but thanks for helping me move. So, yeah, we didn't meet at church, but she ended up, she didn't believe in anything, honestly, and I think we would always sit down and, like, have these conversations about, like, how she believed that there was a higher power, but she didn't know if that was Jesus. So, it was really weird as... A few years into our friendship, she just had some really different life changes that happened for her. And I remember her calling me, and she was just like, I need to let you know that, like, like something around the lines, like, Jesus is Lord. I'm like, what in the world, like, are you talking about? And I just, like, just seeing her kind of grow in her faith was something that was really beautiful to see someone who didn't believe anything to going into, like, that. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's cool. Oh, we got the green ones now.
Yep. So previously in the last video, this one was supposed to be the spiciest and disappointed, but I just tried it again, and I got a little. There was a crunchy pepper,
Oh, no.
and my mouth is on fire. But I will say it's not the spiciest one to come. So here is Ghost with Naga Bujolokia, world's hottest pepper sauce. not pronounced correctly.
Did you take Spanish in high school?
This is not Spanish.
I don't have glasses on anyways.
Oh boy.
Okay, sorry.
I wonder if that's like the sound you make when you eat it, like no. It smells hot.
I agree.
You have hotter coming your way.
All right, cheers.
Oh, it does smell really hot.
That one's not bad.
It tastes like salsa.
That's not bad. It's like warming up now, but like
It's
that's not
warming
bad.
up
Actually,
now.
like that's actually really nice. It tastes like tacos,
Yeah.
but it's chicken.
Chicken tacos are a thing. That one wasn't that bad.
No.
You were right.
You ready for a drink of water?
Nope. Are you?
I'm good. Maybe you should mix all of them and then
No.
ask that question.
No.
Okay.
I disagree. All right. Ronnie, if you could point to our kids to any book in the Bible, what book would you point them to and maybe why? Kind of maybe explain a little bit why. Some kid comes up to you and says, hey, I want to start reading the Bible. Where should I start? Should I start in Genesis? Should I start at a different book? What would you tell a student where to start reading the Bible?
Yeah, I think Genesis chapter 1 and 2 are really good because it kind of gives you like what's going on. But I really like the book of Romans, especially Romans 8 for me. Like my biggest thing coming to Christ was like trying to accept my salvation, knowing that I had a past and knowing that I'd messed up, and then coming from my family, like not saying my family was bad, like by no means, but I just feel like I didn't come from that picture perfect family that you see in church where like the two parents are present and their children are there. So Romans 8 is just, man, just life in the spirit, and knowing that Christ paid that all, but that we have a new life in Him. And I think with anyone that's struggling with accepting their faith or knowing what it means to have this new life, Romans 8 just really takes that sledgehammer to that barrier, and it's like, no, you got a new life in Christ, and it's time to walk that out. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. So if you heard that, go read Romans, specifically Romans 8.
Life in the spirit.
Yes. All right.
Okay, get
On to
ready.
the next one.
This is Melinda's 4 out of 5 Flames
4 or 5.
2018 Special Edition XXXX Reserve Habanero Pepper Sauce. The first ingredient is habanero peppers. So it's
that means it's
pretty
hot.
spicy.
Is it like 2 years old? You said 2018. So is this like 2-year-old hot sauce?
No, that's just the
recipe
It's not
date?
coming out. Okay.
That's why it's hot.
I don't plan
They've
to, like,
probably
put the whole
made
thing
it
on it.
for like a special, like, hey, this
Event.
year we're coming out with a brand new sauce. Okay, that's probably enough. Make sure you scoop up a good one. There's chunks of
I see
spicy.
the chunks. I really see the chunks, and this one might be a glass of milk one after this. You go first.
Don't be scared. Wow.
My nose is like... My nose is already running.
do it.
Wow. I don't even know if I can open my eyes again.
Wow. This one is really hot.
You didn't even take that much.
Okay, I'll take more, but it's hot.
The whole side of my tongue is just like a party.
Is that better?
Yeah, I approve.
You ready to quit?
Ronnie, Lindsay double dab on the hot sauce. You gonna take that?
It's actually...
Oh no.
I
It's
still
so
think
disgusting.
The green one is worse than this one.
Spice wise?
Mm-hmm.
Hard disagree.
I think
It's
the
not
green one.
good. It's just hot,
Do you need a drink?
and the flavor is just disgusting.
You need a drink?
No, I'm good. I get everlasting water.
All right. So you seem to be a lot of a family man. You like hang out with your family.
Wow.
You let me know when you're ready for the next one. There is water in milk here, but if you drink something, then you lose, and I win.
I mean, if this wasn't a carpet, I'd just knock it on the floor. Put emphasis, but go
All
ahead.
right, you're good.
No, but
So, like I was saying, seems to be like a family man. You like to hang out with your kids and your wife, and you guys have been going on a few trips during this quarantine time. What's your guys' favorite thing to do as a family and to hang out together?
Wow, I'm sorry.
Do you need a drink?
No, my mouth is just like it's just like eating up. Wow. Our favorite thing is not to eat hot sauce on purpose. Wow.
You good?
Oh my.
There's milk and water.
I don't know why I listened to you. Our favorite thing is if we're not doing anything recreational. My kids and I love to watch scary movies. I'm not condoning. Let's ask your parents. But that's something that my kids and I do. So it's usually like we have like two couches. There's a love seat and then there's a bigger couch. And then usually it's like me, Isaiah, and Amaya on one couch. And then Connie's just like on her phone like, you guys are ridiculous, but I'm going to be here. Love doing that or just going to Des Moines. I really love the Capitol. It is such a nice place just to really just like prop your lawn chair. And when that breeze comes up, it's just...
Perfect.
Yes.
Nice.
Or we go to the Devonian Fossil Gorge.
Okay.
So yeah, those are some things that my family and I,
Okay.
yeah.
That's awesome.
All right,
Is
this
this our
is
last one?
the spiciest sauce we have today. Hot sauce, salsa picante de chile habanero. El Yucateco. That is not how that is pronounced. I am not Spanish.
We are very,
You
very...
get more habanero, it says. Yeah. This is fluorescent green.
Oh.
Wow. I feel like I can like blow flames out of my mouth right now.
Good luck. Also, I'm just going to take one of these for the road.
Okay.
I think you should like swirl it all through.
All of them. Why don't we
Well,
do
you should
swirl all through after we finish? We
You
gotta
should
eat
have
this
one, and then you should do one of all of them. You didn't ask for my input, but you got it for free today.
That's a small. You gotta load that sucker. A little bit more. That's better.
Cheers.
Oh gosh.
I just like really want to
Do you want to hear something my dad used to say?
My nose is on fire.
Through the
I
lips,
smell
past
it.
the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. It's just silent.
Lindsay wants to cry.
That one was really hot too. It's like stuck in my throat.
That wasn't bad. She's a baby.
Oh. Oh wow, that one's so. Do you not feel that in the back of your throat?
My mouth numb.
The last one really got him.
My mouth is numb. I
I'm gonna
can't.
start crying. Wow, that one was really hot. Oh, okay.
Some
Nope,
water?
I'm good. But to wrap this up, so I can stop talking because I think it hurts more when I start talking. What is your favorite memory with working with youth ministry? Do you have like a funny memory, something that you'll never forget? Maybe when you stop working with youth or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
The funniest memory, there's two. When I first met Sarah at the spring retreat, my nephew was in student ministries here, and Sarah and I are having this conversation, and like all of a sudden my nephew just comes with this t-shirt, whack, just hits me in the face, and like Sarah's like, what the heck? And she's like, give me the shirt, and he was just like, looking at her like, what? Why am I going to give me this shirt? And he just like busted out in tears. And it was super funny because like all she asked was for the shirt. And he's like crying. I know it shouldn't be funny, but it was hilarious to me. I still laugh at him because I'm just like, why would you just whack me in the face with a shirt? So that was pretty funny. And the second one is when we used to do something at East Campus called Student Connect. And it's where we just did like a fun activity on Friday. We took a van to Cedar Rapids, and we have the oldest van at East Campus is called Shirley. It's a Chevy van. It's since now stopped working. The passenger seat is the unsafest thing in the world. One of my interns, his name was Wisdom, was driving, and all of a sudden he had hit the brake really hard, and the seat flew back in the passenger
Really?
seat, It was horrible. And on top of it, I had to go pick up Doug Fern's kids from their house, and their dog. I usually dog sit for them. Their pit bull jumped up, knocked me down, and peed on my leg all in the same day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a day you'll never forget.
Never forget that one. That
Wow.
trip to Cedar Rapids.
All right, I have to take a drink of this because my mouth is on fire.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I lose.
Yeah. I don't need it.
Oh, that last one really got me, and this milk is not cold.
No, it's warm
So
now.
it's warm.
Go to sleep.
Anyway, thank you, Ronnie, for joining us today.
No problem.
For Painfully Honest. I feel like I did fairly well. I was really worried about doing this, and I feel like I did fairly well. The last few really got to me, and it's still going to hurt for a little bit after this, but that was really fun.
Yeah.
Tune in next week to see who our new guest appearance is for our Painfully Honest segment. See you guys later.